All right. Just to clear up any confusion, this is actually what like a base for basket weaving looks like. They're just flat. So somebody sent me one and wanted me to make some of them, so I made a few of them. But and then I just came up with the idea of making them like look like a little bit of a bowl. But this is basically what they all look like. They either weave a basket with no base at all on it, just out of reed, or they use something like this, and then the grooves right in the side of it, and they stick their reed in and make a little basket. And here's another something I made. This is a myrtle wood bowl I made, and then I actually weaved some just some reed in between. While I was on the lathe, I went ahead and drilled some holes. You can see where they're just offset a little bit there, and then I just weaved a little bit of I think that's 1/8 inch round reed into it. So just just little things you can do with different materials. I mean, you don't have to just stick with wood. You can do put reed in, or whatever. I've seen some inlay with wire and all sorts of things. Here's like a duck call I was making, and I'm not sure if you can see that. I put little aluminum plugs just in and around it, and I just drilled a hole and put them in there, glued them in. Just and just mess around. Doesn't hurt to try anything. I want to clear up a couple of things about the lathe. The lathe speed. The reason I don't tell you what speed it is because I had to take the headstock cover off years ago. I don't know what speed it is. I turn it down. I slow it down to sand as slow as I can get it to go. The slower the better. And then when you're turning, if you're turning into something a little bit off center and it starts to wobble, back it off a little bit. You just don't want the lathe jumping around and wobbling around on you. So turn it once you get it trued up. Turn it up, and the faster it's going, the better it's going to cut, and the smoother it's going to be. The other thing is, this is like a medium-sized lathe, mine here. But what I did was I enclosed the stand on it and filled it full of sand, and I'll show you that with the camera real quick. There's what I did. It has just a small tin stand with it. So I put plywood on the sides, the bottom, on either side of it, and on the back. And I actually siliconed the seams so the sand wouldn't come out. I was going to fill it full of gravel, but gravel has too many voids in it. The sand's just a lot heavier volume-wise. And it stays pretty still. I actually have on mine, I'm not sure, there you go. I built it up because I'm 6'2", so it's you want to have the lathe, your headstock here, right at when you bend your arm, bend your elbow, you want to have that parallel with your arm. Lathe height right there. You don't want to have it too low or too high. You don't want to be working up here, or you don't want to have anything on the floor standing on it either to bring yourself up. I mean, unless it was something permanent. I made a small box that actually fits in between there that I use when I have my boy help turn something. When he wants to turn something, I put that in there so it's not, he's not standing up on a step stool or something. You don't want it And this right here is just a magnetic strip I picked up at IKEA, and it's just nice. The tools I use the most, I just put right there. Then my other tools that I don't use quite so often are just kind of obsolete that I got new ones of. I put up there. Just now, there's my mount up there, and then just just different things, center finders and pins for my pin chuck. You know, just different templates and jigs. That's about it. Broken pieces. There's a box I made with where the tenon busted off on it. The lid doesn't fit real well anyway, so I just leave it as a souvenir. And there's my my sandpaper. I use cloth back sandpaper. And what I do is just run through the grits here, depending on how clean it comes out. There's just 100 grit, 150, 180, 220, right through to 600. And then that way I can just, I start out with whatever it is, 100, and I slide it over, and I know I'm done with that one, and just slide them as I go and keep working through the grids. And the reason I had to take the headstock off was because there's a cotter key down in on this back pulley. I don't know if you can kind of see how it works. This thing just opens up, and then you close it up. Then when you want to tighten it back up, you tighten it up, and it pushes the pulleys together or spreads them apart. And that's basically how it works. And there was a cotter key that wasn't staying in place. And actually, since I've been putting a bunch of videos online, it's been doing fine. But before it wasn't, so I had to tighten it up all the time, and I just got tired of taking the cover off. So it's working fine now, but I threw the cover away years ago, so can't get it back now. Other than that, everything on the lathe works great. It's a, it's a, the lathe is probably, I don't know, 12 years old. Everything on it still works great, other than the headstock cover I had to take off, but everything else is still working great on it. And like I say, if you do have a smaller, a mid-sized lathe like this, get some weight on the bottom of it to hold it down. Other than that, I just wanted to show you a few different things I was doing, and some of the things I use. The big thing is keeping your lathe just rock solid, and filling the base of it with sand, or bolting it down to a big table or something helps out quite a bit. Any kind of vibration is not good. So the heavier you can get it, the better it is. That's why some of the larger lathes for turning big bowls are just solid cast iron. I mean they're heavy. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll keep posting videos. Thanks a lot.